This might be the biggest lie I've ever heard. You know that old saying, the customer is always right, or the patient is always right in our world. Yeah, well, it's outdated, and here's why. Hi, I'm Dr. David Park from Clear Lakes Dental, and in this video, I will go over our systems for team and patient interactions, policies that might help with efficiency, and how we get referrals from our happy patients. Before all of that, let's define what a bad patient is. To me, a bad patient is someone who complains about anything and everything and just doesn't like life itself. The good news is that there are very few of these kinds of people. The bad news is that those few can ruin your whole day. You know what I'm talking about. You've been there and done that. So at Clear Lakes Dental, our goal is to be nicest to every single patient and create a kind environment so everyone can just enjoy life. Truly, that's it. I believe that if I truly respect my patients, then they will respect me back. Pure reciprocation, at least that's the goal. In fact, I believe that having a good rapport with patients is even better than being the best dentist in your city. Of course, having good skills is important, but I believe that people will judge you based on your personality rather than how good your Class 2 restoration looks like. When your patients trust and like you, they're more understanding if something doesn't go perfectly. They know that you care and that you'll communicate and you'll make it right. Of course, every dentist faces challenges at some point, and that's reality. But the difference is, when your patients know that you're on their side, those moments become opportunities to deepen trust, not damage it. And that starts by simply being good to people. Pro tip number 1, if you need more patients, then just ask for referrals. Simple, right? But here's the deal. Not many dentists actually do this, and you have to be super active about it. Patients won't actively be like, hey Mike, you gotta check out this dentist place right now. Make an appointment. No man, without diligent effort, it won't work. I ask all my patients to bring their family members, friends, and even their coworkers. A lot of them did, and there's no shame in asking. Pro tip number 2, use Google Ads. The cost to run Google Ads is cheap compared to how much you will make. The ROI is extremely good. Okay, next we'll discuss a CLD policy that changed the dynamics of the whole company. We call it our 0-minute late policy. As you can guess, patients that come in later than their appointment time will not be seen. Why do we do this? Well, a long time ago when we started our dental clinic, we had a hygienist. At the time, we did what any other dental office would do, see patients late and make that money. But over time, it would put stress on the team and especially the hygienist. A patient came in late for a hygiene appointment and my hygienist came in the room and she started crying. Like very red, expressive, sad face and tears coming down. It was the first time I saw a coworker cry like this and I was like, okay, don't worry, I'll take care of the hygiene patient. Just do your thing for now and I'll make a plan. And so I took care of the hygiene patient and then mulled over the situation that night to make sure that it didn't happen again. So I weighed the pros and cons. The pros of keeping the schedule as is would be the money. The cons would be a sad team with sad faces all the time. So I decided to implement a new policy called the 0-minute late policy, keeping my hygienist top of mind. My thought process was that if I treat my team right and take care of them, then they will take care of the patients. That, and if patients come in late, then they don't respect my teams or my time. And so, at the expense of my financial gain, I did it. I didn't know what to expect. So what happened? Well, the team took it positively, but interestingly enough, the patients started to come in on time. The reason for this is that we have a system of notifying our patients 7 days in advance, 2 days in advance, and even 2 hours in advance. And if they still show up late, then, well, that's on them, not me. So in the grand scheme of things, the team environment increased drastically. And the patients were showing up on time. Again, I believe that if I truly respect my patient, then they will respect me back, and vice versa. It's not just about the patient is always right, it starts with your team. If your team isn't supported, motivated, and proud of the work that they do, your clinic will never run at its best. And that's how you build a dental practice that actually works. It's simple. Happy team, happy patients. Speaking of teams, here's another policy we have that helps with our team's experience. We have a strict dismissal guide. If any bad patients threaten to sue, is racist, inappropriate, or verbally abusive, we dismiss them right away. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's it. The baddie can go somewhere else because we don't tolerate that. At CLD, we protect our own. I interviewed lots of hygienists and LDAs. They said that their current dental place always says, we should think about where the patients are coming from, or what if they're having a bad day and they can't go anywhere else? No, man, that's terrible and a team killer. Because if you don't take care of your team, then who will? At the end of the day, if you take care of a team, they will feel your leadership and be excited to be on your team. Of course, that doesn't mean everyone on your team is good. So let's look at the opposite end of the spectrum. If you hire a baddie, then you gotta let them go as well. Not every hire works out, and as a leader, it's your responsibility to recognize that and take action. You can have someone interview well, say all the right things, seem like the perfect fit until they actually start practicing. That's when true character shows. I learned it the hard way. If someone doesn't align with your values or treats people unfairly, no amount of skill can make up for it. Culture matters, respect matters. And sometimes the tough decision is the right one, letting someone go before they do harm to your team, your patients, or your reputation. Leadership means protecting all of that. If you're looking for a blueprint on how to hire A players, I have a video that's already made. Check out my description below and watch that video next. Overall, no stress, no drama is what we preach at CLD. How do you get there? I'll tell you straight up. Respect for your team and your patients. Dentistry is already a challenging profession, and we don't need to make it any harder with avoidable issues. When your team feels cared for, heard, and respected, it all trickles down to the patient experience. The clinic runs smoother, your team thrives, and ultimately, the patients will feel it too. A happy team leads to happy patients. It really is that simple. By implementing these policies, things have gotten much smoother over the years for us, and it will for you too. Alright, so that's all I got for today. But if you want to continue to learn how we do things at CLD, hit the like button and subscribe button. If you want to learn more about CLD, click the link in the description and check out our website. I've also got a podcast if you want to tune in on the road, perfect for those long commutes or if you just need something in the background. Appreciate you watching. I'll catch you next week. Peace.